All right, we are live. Thanks very much for waiting, guys, and welcome to the first round of the playoffs in the All-Invitational 6. My name is G-Dog Casey. With me, as always, is Stark. How you doing today?
Yeah, doing all right.
Yep, pumped to cast these games finally. I wish we could have done all of Winners Round 1 and Winners Round 2 today, but given the circumstances, we were unable to do that. So we're only going to have the four series today. But it is playoffs. These guys have all made it through a grueling process of 7 matches against everyone in their groups. And yeah, it's going to be, these guys have earned their place. So why don't we just jump right into it here? I've been waiting for a while to cast today. So this first series is going to be a TVP on Deadwing to
Yeah,
start.
we have Shadver, the Diamond Protoss, and MinimumRage, the Gold Terran.
MinimumRage Mech got him through Group C, which was my group even. So very well played by him. And Shadver, I think, came in first place in his group. Is that right? No, that's not right. He came second
That's
place.
second place.
Yeah.
Yeah, so close. It was pretty neck and neck between him and TV Ham, but as the results eventually came in, Shadver got pushed to second place, and so we're in a double elimination bracket, and everyone gets 2 lives. So regardless of who loses here, we will be seeing them again. So that's pretty cool.
Yes, definitely. Again, it is a best of three, but let's go ahead and introduce the orange Terran in the bottom left corner of Deadwing. It is Mini Rage, or Minimum Rage, commonly known as Mini Rage.
MinimumRage.
And that one.
Anyway, towards the top right-hand side of Deadwing, as the purple Protoss, we have Shadver.
Shadver is a player that I haven't really been able to see too much. I mean, I got to watch the stream, during his group stage, but besides that, all I've really seen of him is maybe a couple games in the ASL where he tried a few pretty intense all-ins. So he strikes me as one of those guys who finds a nice all-in build that he likes and then refines it to the point where he's confident with it and he just tries to win with that. So I'm expecting some sort of all-in play out of him today.
I guess we will have to wait and see. I mean, it is Deadwing and it is Crossborn, so it's going to take a while for him to get over to Mini Rage, who is opting for the gas first, as we would expect. He is a Mech Terran player.
Yes, yeah. In case you guys are new, um, Minimum Rage is one of those guys who plays his mech style no matter what. And given that information, I'm not sure if Shadver knows that. I mean, he's on the team, but he's one of the less active players in chat, so I don't know if he's been doing his homework or watching the streams or anything like that. So it's really hard to tell. But he's going to go ahead and open with double gas here, and that signifies at least some sort of early pressure.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen a fair bit out of MinimumRage with the mine drops, the Cloak Banshees, Hellion drops. So we'll have to wait and see when the second gas comes down. That'll tell us a lot. Seems like Shadver is either unsure about where people spawn on this map. I guess he vetoes it, or he wanted to maybe proxy something. But this probe is now heading down to the southwest side of the map. So seems like he just didn't know where Deadwing spawns are.
Yeah, which is a little odd considering that he's already made it through the group stages. But who knows? I mean, it's not like his opponents have been telling him, "Oh, by the way, don't scout in that location." There's no horizontal
Yeah,
spawns on Deadwing.
that's
So
true.
that being said, he is going to get the second scout, and Minimum Rage going to go ahead and get the wrong scout on his first attempt. So it's going to be pretty equal either way. Although there is a Reaper in position here to just pick off that probe. So Shadver will know where Minimum Rage is, but oh, he's sneaking past here. No, not going to get any vision.
Yeah, so he doesn't know that MinimumRage is all he's seen is a depot and a Reaper, so he doesn't know the state of the gas first. He doesn't know whether there's a second gas, whether MinimumRage is pulled out of gas. That being said, with Shadver's gas count, he has 300 gas banked up, so we're going to be seeing something with all this gas soon. I mean, he's thrown down the Nexus, so it's not going to be entirely all in, but with that's a lot of gas.
Yeah, that's pretty weird. He started off with 2 guys in each gas, and then I'm not sure when this happened, but he did end up tossing an extra guy in each. The Reaper jumping in now, going to go ahead and scout the double gas. Is going to scout the mothership core, I suppose. Shadver tried to catch him with some probes there. It was unsuccessful, and I think this Reaper is going to go ahead and scout the Nexus as well. So he's getting a full scout. Very nicely done by MinimumRage there. And Shadver's build opener is just... It strikes me as strange to go double gas into Nexus.
Yeah, I'm at this stage. I'm wondering: are we just going to see like double Stargate thrown down? I mean, it could be like a very fast double Forge, I guess. Here's the Stargate actually. So that's where some of this gas is going to be going.
All right, so yeah, going to be opening up with a Stargate after the expansion here, and MinimumRage getting that command center up and done nice and early. Most likely going to be seeing an orbital on that pretty soon. And we have the factory on the reactor spewing out some Hellions. So that's actually a little bit different from what I've seen him do in the past. He's going to open up with Hellions, most likely going to get a medevac as well, and then do some sort of drop play. One that you'd probably see against a Terran player.
Yeah, a lot of these plays that MinimumRage likes are generally you could lump them into the TVT rather build category. So this is going to be some kind of Hellion drop or maybe a Marine drop in the front to distract and pull probes for the Hellions that will be running into the natural, maybe something along those lines. So we'll have to wait and see what he picks up with his medevac, but it is going to be some pressure designed to kill a lot of probes, and we'll have to see how MinimumRage does. How MinimumRage does. Shadver does have one sentry out, and this Oracle is about to finish. We got an overcharge as well, so it is possible for this to be held.
Yeah, definitely, although obviously the Oracle is going to be not in the bing out, trying to get some pressure done with that. Actually looks like he's flying right over that watchtower, which MinimumRage is stationed on here with a Reaper. So right in plain sight here, MinimumRage has a chance to defend against that, but it looks like he's not too interested in defending. He just wants to move out with the Hellions, and he's got a medevac loaded up with some Marines here. And that's going to be quite a lot of pressure. There's nothing at home, though, to defend against this Oracle until this Viking pops out.
There's a couple of mines coming out as well, but I think this natural is going to be completely wiped out. This third CC will be delayed here, and a couple of the mines are going to be burrowed. Hopefully, maybe one of them burrowed in the Widow mine, in the mineral line. Rhymes with Widow mine.
Yeah.
There we go.
And Shadver just kind of wasting his energy on the command center here. Looks like that's all he really wanted to do. He did stall MinimumRage. I mean, we saw him kind of stop still in the middle of the map here for a while, so his attack has been delayed, and now there's some stalkers out with a mothership core in prime position to drop that photon overcharge. The medevac is not moving, which is really strange, and spotted by Shadver here. So this attack has been stifled here. It's really not as strong as it could have been.
Yeah, a couple of probes going down, but that's not really that big of a deal from Shadver's point of view. And seeing this medevac as well, he's going to be wondering what's in this medevac. He's moving back into the main now, remembering that medevac was a thing, now seeing it come to his vision, and he's pulling the probe pretty quickly, so nice reaction coming out of Shadver here, especially as his robotics bay is just finishing up as well, so he's looking to transition into a Colossus base mid-game.
Yeah, definitely, and I really like that decision too. Hellion's still trying to be a little bit active, but unfortunately they're sitting right underneath a observer, so Shadver has vision of everything right now, and I'm definitely giving him the edge in the early game. I mean, we look at total workers here. He's got 47 probes to 31 for 31, sorry, for MinimumRage. So really ahead in economy here. He's got a second base. I mean, he's got even a bigger army at this point. So he could probably just take a third base, and he could pretty much do whatever he wants at this point.
Yeah, speaking of third bases though, MinimumRage's third command center is finishing up very shortly, so he will be able to catch up on the workers and the income with the meals that he'll be dropping. So MinimumRage will be able to catch up in that regard shortly, but Shadver does have knowledge of this. He did see the third base and delay it with the Oracle, so Shadver is in the driving seat right now with regards of what he wants to do about this third command center, and he might want to go and attack soon. But that being said, we do have the third Nexus coming down from Shadver, so looks like he's transitioning into a macro game. But the one thing we're missing would be some forges.
Yeah, definitely. I'd actually expect those to go down pretty soon here. It looks like he's doing a pretty good job spending his money, so he's a little bit broke, but look at that. Just as you say, there's a forge going down, and the second one going down right beside it. So, bam, filling up all the puzzle pieces here. He's going to be nicely set up here for a 3-base Protoss. That being said, also MinimumRage did drop down his 3 factories here to fully prove that he's going to be going into mech play. He even throws on a 4th one just for the fun of it. And yeah, I mean, he's going to be trying to take his third base here. soon, but his natural's not even fully saturated yet. He's only got one guy on one gas, two guys on the other, and for this type of mech play, you need a lot of gas, and he is banking lots of gas, but I'm sure he would like to have even more, so hopefully he gets that dealt with here soon.
Yeah, I mean, the gas is going to go down pretty quickly, the gas he has banked, with the 5 factories costing 500 gas alone just to build, and then with the production rounds likely costing around 100 gas each, being maybe 2 Widow Mines or a siege tank or something. That gas count is going to drop pretty rapidly, but looks like MinimumRage is, yeah, he's catching up in supply. He's only 15 supply down compared to the 25 or so he was earlier, so he is slowly catching up in that regard.
Yep. And he's going to start churning out some tanks here. He's got 2 coming out at a time, and that's going to increase as the game goes on. And tanks are pretty good against the Colossus style that Shadver wants to go, but I think that he may be a little bit too far behind at this point. I mean, the game is still young, and MinimumRage has ways of coming back into it. I think he needs to get some nice harass done with maybe some Hellion run-bys or Hellion drops, or even Widowmine drops or something like that, but Shadver also needs to make a mistake here for that to happen. He's moving out nice and early as well. There's lots of Widowmines here at the third base, so he's got to be careful with that. Is there an observer on the field right now? There's one. I don't know where it is.
I don't think it's near the army, though. I'm not seeing one. He's going to walk straight into these Widowmines. And, oh my god, so many Widowmine hits. Look at that. The observer finally shows up, but all the Widowmines have already gone down. And that Colossus with 2 health. Oh my goodness.
Wow, that Colossus stays alive. They're going to go ahead and kill all the SCVs at the third base. He's probably going to force a liftoff here, and that's all he really needs to do. Yeah, I mean, he killed 6 SCVs, he killed some units, and he's going to come in with a probe now. I don't know what this probe is going to do.
I think that was supposed to be building forward pylons to reinforce the attack, but to be honest, Shadver lost the majority of his Stalkers very carelessly at the start of that engagement to all these Widowmines. So I think given that, Shadver's at least going to pull back and reconsolidate his forces. I mean, he's got these 2 Colossus, but I don't think we'll be seeing any more Colossus come out of Shadver. I believe we'll be seeing some kind of a transition into, here we go, double Immortals coming out at this stage. We could even be seeing some Void Rays or Tempests soon as well.
Yeah, for sure, and that's exactly what he needs. He's pretty much just seen the mech, I suppose. Let's take a look at his vision here. His vision, oh, he's got a Warp Prism right in there, actually, doing a run-by with these Zealots, and he's going to cause a lot of issues for MinimumRage here, and scout the whole base as well, so if he didn't before, now he definitely knows what's going on. And he's killing so many SCVs. Oh my god, he's got them all bunched into a corner. They're all trying to repair each other, and actually that was kind of working, keeping the weak ones alive there for a while, and he's really just sort of pulling MinimumRage back here. He is picking off some tanks, though, and every tank he picks off is insanely worth it here for just some Zealots, and he's picked off 3 so far. Might even get a 4th one here. Oh my god, this is terrible for MinimumRage. Finally,
yeah, I mean, this is just minerals for gas, right? I mean, the Warp Prism is minerals, the Zealots are all minerals, and at this stage, that's a very good trade for Shadver. Now taking a 40 supply lead, building up that charge block count as well, getting charged 2-2, still making those Immortals 2 at a time. But that being said, MinimumRage does have the 4th base landed, so once he gets that saturated, and with another favorable engagement for MinimumRage, he can be back in this game pretty swiftly. But a 2nd Warp Prism, or is that a replacement Warp Prism?
I think it's a replacement. I'm pretty sure he lost his first one on the map. Oh, actually, well, no, he didn't. He pulled it all the way back to the top left corner of the map here, so he is going to have 2. And it looks like he's getting ready for another attack here. Once charge finishes, I mean, all he has to do is charge into that minefield, and he's going to do so much friendly fire damage to MinimumRage. It's not even going to be funny.
Yeah, he's also got the Templar Archives just finishing up now as well. So with the gateway count that Shadver has, he's going to be able to warp in 3, 4, maybe 5 Archons to reinforce and bolster this force. He's not going to be interested in storming siege tanks. That doesn't really do so much. But looks like Shadver's pouncing right now with MinimumRage unsieged, unburrowed, and this is going to be very painful for MinimumRage.
Oh, all the Zealots are on top. Yeah, so all the Zealots died, but so did all the Terran units as well. Now, where is that observer? Is there really no observer here? There's no observer on the map right now, so Shadver's got to move over to the 4th base, and that's fine because he's going to do a lot of damage here too. Planetary or not, there's 4 Immortals here. Going to shred that Planetary down. He could probably kill the rocks and move just past the minefield as well. 25 SCVs going down in that engagement. Shadver's been pretty much unharassed this whole time, and yeah, this is not looking good for MinimumRage here.
That being said, I am an advocate, a professional advocate for the Mastermind versus Protoss, so I gotta say, I do love that. That was so funny.
Oh
While
yeah,
Zealous just evaporated, that was so good. And the other thing is that the splash damage will kill observers as well, so even if you can't see the observer, you might just accidentally kill it. And that's such an awkward feeling for Protoss, but Shadver's continuing the harassment with his second Warp Prism as well. I wonder if he's remembered where the first one is. Yeah, that's somewhere, I think.
yeah.
Where is the first one?
Well, he's moved it here. That we got only one on the map now, so I think he lost it some other way
Ah.
maybe. But yeah, he's just sitting back. He's basically containing minimum rage on his 3 bases here, and he's just doing tons of damage with these zealots. I mean, the worker count cannot get past 40 basically. Now, looking like he wants to try to move in here. He's getting shelled by these siege tanks, but there's only 3. Usually in this case for minimum rage, he's got like 7 or 8 up here, but there's only 3. He's trying to bait out the Widowmine shots.
Did he just kill observers with that again? Did he actually? Yeah, he did. He just killed both observers with the Widowmine.
This is what minimum rage needs to happen in order to catch back up, but he's still only on 2 bases right now. So, I mean, technically,
Yeah,
you
and
would
with the
say
Tempest Transition coming out as well. Oh, the friendly fire. He tried to use the Warp Prism to drag the mine shots onto the tanks there. That was pretty cute, but I don't think that's going to happen. Maybe some hallucinated phoenixes could do that if you want to do that. Actually, that would be epic.
that would be pretty cool. I mean, he also has the option for zealots as well, but you know, zealots in charge. He's double expanding here behind this, just making sure he for sure has a lead. Trying to keep his Oracle out of range of these Widow Mines so he can pick them off. And that's actually working out pretty nicely for him here. He does lose a Colossus, but the stalker count is just huge.
Yeah, Shadver's just rolling over this force now. Now that he's got the suitable amount of detection and hasn't suicided it into the Widowmine field, he's going to be cleaning up here, I think. The third base is going to be going down. That planetary won't be able to finish. And at this stage, minimum rage is, yeah, he's dead broke, calling GG.
Yeah, I mean, he basically had so much trouble getting that third base up the entire game that he was just struggling to keep up. And Shadver, even though he was ahead the whole time, he did make some mistakes that would give minimum rage a chance to come back into that game. But unfortunately for mini rage, he wasn't able to make that happen. I mean, the pressure on the third base was to keep him from catching up.